Happy Thursday, everyone. Today is September the 10th, 2020, and we are continuing our lessons on rounding estimation using benchmark numbers, friendly numbers, or compatible numbers to give a good estimate. We're learning this because it's important that we use this in the real world. We can make numbers easier for us to add, subtract, multiply, divide based on our rounding because we want them to be nice and friendly. And we're going to know we're successful when we can model or draw our process. We're also going to know we're successful when we can persevere through problems that may seem difficult. So today we're going to continue that lesson, and we're going to start out with the very first problem. The problem says that Jason's teacher told his class that he checked out 27 books from the Media Center to help with their animal research. Abby's teacher told her class that she checked out 34 books for their research. Jason and Abby said that both of their teachers checked out about 30 books. So let's think about that a minute. Let's get all the information that we have been given. So Jason says that he checked out about 27 books, and Abby's teacher told her class that she checked out about 34 books. They're both thinking that their teachers checked out about 30 books. Are they correct? And if so, why? If not, why not? Why are they not correct? So think about that just a minute before we move forward. So think about everything that we know about rounding so far. And then how did you determine if you were correct? So once that we know how we feel about a question, if we've decided that they are correct and we know why they're correct, what helped us determine that? Because that's going to be important when we're trying to explain how we solved a problem. So what I would do on this particular problem, and I want you guys to start using these virtual manipulatives that I have. So I'm going to pull up my virtual manipulative slide that I actually added to your lesson work today. If you look up here on the left on the top shelf, there is a number line that you can see here. So click on that number line. And if you click on it, it should pop up a site for you to click on. And it's going to take you directly to a number line. Now, you're not going to be able to see, let me see if I can move my screen a little bit. You're going to be able to see down here that I want a starting number. So in this particular problem, we know that the number that was given to us first was 27. So I want you to think about what two tens 27 is between. So I already know that the first 10 is going to be 20 because that 2 in the tens place tells me that it's in the 20s. So 20 is going to be my first 10. Because I know how to count by my tens, I know the next 10 after 20 is going to be 30. So when you click on that and you hit go, it automatically makes your number line for you. Now I'm looking for the number 27. So I see that 27 is here. If 27 is here, remember what this benchmark number, this half, is here. It's telling me that anytime I have a number that is here or to the right, I'm going to go to the ending number, the ending 10, which is 30. But if it's below that number, so if it's here and below, it would go to this number. So if the first number that we had was 27, is it going to round to 20 or is it going to round to 30? And again, if we're looking at that, we want to be as close to the original number as possible. 27 is only 3 away from 30, but it's 7 away from 20. So in this case, 27 would round to 30. So if we're thinking that 27 rounds to 30, we're going to come back here and look at our next number. Our next number was 34. So I'm going to go right back to that number line because it helped me so much with the 27. I'm going to go right back to that number line. I know that 34, my first 10 is going to be 30 because 34 is in the 30s. And then my next 10 would be 40 because 40 comes after 30 when I'm counting by my tens. Now my number line is switched to reflect that number. This time my number is 34, so I'm going to go to that benchmark number, which is here, and I see 34 is right before it. So I'm going to be looking at what it's closest to. So according to this number line, 34 is closer to 30, and it's under that benchmark half. So I'm going to look to the left, and this number would round to 30. So if we are looking at the problem of Jason and Abby, if you said that they both were correct, they're both correct because they both round to 30. Why are they both correct? When you look at Jason's number rounds to 30 because you're closer to 30. It's over that benchmark 25, so it's going to round to 30. If you're looking at Abby's number, her number is less than 35, which was the benchmark, and it's going toward the left, so it's going to round to 30 as well. So using that number line has helped me see how those numbers fall on the number line and what number they're closest to and where they would round. If we use what mathematicians say, any number that's the benchmark number half right in the middle, it's always going to round to the higher 10 or the higher 100, depending on what place value you're rounding to. So in this case, they would both round to 30. All right, for today's lesson work, you're going to be completing the rounding sheet that I've attached. So you can see that you're going to click here and you're going to complete this assignment. You're going to put your answers for this one would go here. This number would go here. So you're going to put the answers in the spaces after the number that you're rounding. Again, use that virtual number line to help you. It's an awesome little tool that's there on your virtual manipulative screen that I've provided for you. So you're going to complete this assignment today along with the questions about your math habits. So you're going to answer those to the best of your ability and answer them honestly so that we can talk about some things that would make more sense for you in math to make it a little bit more enjoyable for you, especially if you're answering this one in a way that math makes you feel anxious. So please answer them honestly so that we can, try to work on some of those. The last thing that you'll be doing for me is the problem of the day. I love problems of the day because there's multiple answers that could be given here. So think about the questions in depth and come up with your own ideas for that because numbers can be put together differently, taken apart differently. We call those deconstruct numbers. So think about those questions. Those are questions that make you think about how you can break those numbers apart or put them together. So I want you to explain your thinking. You're going to click here to do your answers. You're going to have a box that pops up for you. And then here it's asking you to explain your thinking here. So you're just going to put in words how you came up with your numbers for Wednesday and Thursday's temperatures. So those problems are just to get you thinking a little bit. Remember, they are open. You don't have all the numbers there. So that means you can be creative and come up with numbers for the temperatures of the day. That's all I'm going to have for you today. I hope everyone enjoys their day. I will see my small group today in class. We will be doing some additional stuff, but for those people that didn't get to see me in class, hopefully this video was helpful. If you have any questions, remember you can hop into our whole group Google Meet after 1 when we're all available after small groups. You guys have a great day.